Hello, hello. On to number 13, Trippy Trip. This is take 2 on my puzzle because I assumed something silly about this V, and then got most of the way through and then broke it near the end. So I might try and splice some of the video together because that was very pretty logic, and the reaction to the creature was quite entertaining, I think. But I'll solve it like this, and then I might go back and put things together. We will see. But anyway, assuming that I don't, let's just run through the rules. So we're finding a 1 cell wide path that starts somewhere in the grey and then somewhere in the grey, and everything else gets fillominoed in the grid. Any picture which doesn't include V's, which is what I did wrong, counts the number of unshaded, so non-path cells around it. So none of these can be path, because then that would be saying that count the number, that saying that everything else is non-path, which doesn't work. So all of these are not on the path, and therefore have a number. And sorry, I was getting distracted by a message. Let me make sure I concentrate on what I'm doing. So we can start to draw some of the path in like this, and start to close off some of the philomino like that. That can't be a 5 because then it's entirely surrounded. In fact, neither of those are path, are they? And things like this guy. So he's at most 4. If he was 4, the thing would get trapped. Or he could have been a 5, but obviously can't with what's unshaded there. So that means this is definitely also unshaded. If that was 3, because these two are different, then these also gets trapped. So that's 1 or 2 there. If this guy tried to be a 6, he'd get stuck. So that's not allowed. These two are different, of course. So if this was 2, then he would grow like that. All of those cells would be on the path, and this guy's trapped. So that's definitely a 1 and a 4. And we get to see the excellent rendition of the creature appear here. So we know exactly one of these is shaded, which means this cell is a 4. And if that cell was shaded... Oh, sorry. We know this guy is also counting around up, isn't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's definitely not a 6, because that's not... Use your words. Because then you'd get trapped if all those were shaded. If this guy is the shaded one of the 1, then come up. I thought that broke for some reason, but perhaps I need to look at something else. That's got to be shaded, because this is going to have some digits on it. If that was shaded, both of them, and then the V breaks. So that's definitely not shaded. It's at most a 3 now. And this has got digits on it, but that could be shaded potentially. This guy we know is not the start end of the path. I'll just delete it so we can see underneath the fog. So that definitely continues, and that's not a 2. This guy can't be a 4 anymore. This guy is at most a 5. If he was 5, and then all of those cells are shaded, and is that 1 as well to make the path not orthogonal, but then that's a 6 and that gets trapped. So I think that's just the case that this cell can't ever be shaded, because if it is, the shading looks like this. This guy's a 6 and this guy is a 4, but then yeah, the 4 is just immediately stuck, isn't it? you ever look like that. So that's not shaded, so that's not a 3. And can these two ever be the same? No. No. So that's a line there. And what do I want to look at? If this is 3, then all of those become unshaded. Seems okay. If this is shaded, right? If that's the one that's shaded, then this becomes a 5 because the blue would come up, and then the 5 just gets trapped because the path would have to do that. So that's unshaded, that's shaded. So I'm about to say we have to come through here, but we could currently come through here, I think. I probably need to disprove that at some point. So if this was 5, he'd just be trapped. If he's 3, yes, this 4. This 4 has got to come up. That's probably the easier thing to see. So there's the start. That 4 is going to have to continue like this, and that all becomes blue there. Right. Very good. This is a 2. It's got to grow. 2 is now closed off. That's all 4s. The 4s have got to come down like this. It's not... Oh, that is true, actually, isn't it? As blue comes down. Close all that. Let's finish off our 4s. Nice. This is now definitely pink, so that's not a 3. This cell is either 1 or 2. That always makes me feel like I do progress when I draw around the grid like that. Right. So what can I look at? Maybe this guy? Yes. So if this cell here is shaded, then we've got to do at least that. And then this guy's a 5, but this guy's a 6, so the 5 would get trapped. So that's unshaded, that's a 3. That can't be 5, that can't be 6 anymore. Not necessarily having to come through here. So maybe I want to be thinking about disproving this. If this is a 3, right, then the shading does all of this. It's going to have to hit that and come through here. And the reason that breaks is the 3 gets trapped, because that would be 5 next to it. So that's definitely not a 3. I was about to do Sudoku with that too. Stop it. Too addicted to Sudoku. That cell's blue, because otherwise this corner gets trapped. So we can pinkify all of that. And we can even blue this stuff, which is hopefully going to be useful. If this was a 1, then what's that cell doing? That's going to be a problem. So that's definitely a 2. And blue comes down like this. That's then 2. And that's then pink. Right. Excellent. That is a 2 here. The 2 is definitely not coming up. So that's definitely 2. And that's 3. I think I'm now... Well, actually, no, because I was then thinking that the V was a path sweeper. And I could blue some of this stuff, but that is not how that works. So, this guy is now at least a 3. If he was a 5, 5 is trapped. Can he be 4? That's the question. I think maybe. Not one I can answer immediately. We know we've definitely got to come up here, don't we? We're definitely going to be hitting this cell at some point, which can't be a 4, because otherwise he gets trapped. And if we come through here, then we've got to come all the way up. Something along these lines. But that actually seems okay. That's weird. In that case, This is a 3. Isn't that also a 3? Yeah, if none of these are... This can't be 4, can it? Because either that is blue and then both of those are blue. That is... Well, that is all path. And then the 5 comes something like down here. So if that is path, 3 comes out, the 4 comes out, the 5 comes out, and I think that's all okay. Very interesting. Alrighty. So, if this is 4, it comes up, and then that would be a path on its own that gets stuck. So that's definitely a 3, which means none of this is path. So we do have to come through here. Cool. That's definitely 4 and 4. That's definitely 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. These are both 2s. Pink that, blue this. Excellent. 3s and 3s and 4s and also 4s. Finish off that. Finish off this. Pink all of that. Blue that guy. This now is 5, 6 or 7. If he was 7... sorry, the easy way to think about that is that's 2, 3, 4 or 5. That's 3, 3, 6. So if that's 7, it just gets trapped. So that's definitely not 7. So both of those, or at least one of those, is not... calm words. Use your words. At least one of those is not blue. It's 5 or 6. This guy's got to go like that, but it can't be a 2. So that's definitely a 1, and that's definitely a 2. There, that could be a 1 on its own, but this is blue now, so that's 2 there. Blue comes around like this. Comes down, comes down. None of those are blue. Good. Right. I'm getting nearer and nearer to where I was before and where I was going wrong before. Except I went wrong right at the very start. This is either 5 or 6. Here or there. Do we want to look at? If that can't be 6 anymore, can it? No. So if that is 6, great. Or can these two ever be the same? No, because yeah, they'd both be 5s, but then that would make that blue. So that crosses like this, and this grows that way. So if this was 5 ever, that would make these cells blue. And then the 5 gets trapped. The 5 has no space, which means that is not blue. Right, that's very interesting. So this becomes a 5. Yeah, I think that was all true, hopefully. This cell is also a 5. 3, 4, 5, or 6, but that's not path. So this is a 3. So that's either 2 or 3. That could... No, it can't be 5, so that's definitely a 4. And that... Ooh. Are we heading into the ocean? I've only just realised that we pick up the creature near the start. And the other thing... So I did say some of this on the other recording. I'm sure I'm just going to put out this one, I'm afraid. Maybe I can link the other thingy in case it's of interest. But... I need to, because I remember quite a lot of this. Like, this is the couple kissing under the tree. And I think that there were definitely sheep, which I think that is what that is. And the polar bears on the train. I completely forgotten a boat. I will have to go back and have a look at that. And he's on this hot air balloon, of course. Anyway, so we've come down in our path like this. Oh, that 5 definitely connects here. Now that's interesting because this can't be 5, because if that's then 5, all of this is blue. And then the 5 gets trapped because it can't join into that, so that's not 5. So is this cell not blue? Yes, because then it would have to connect like that. And then that makes that a 5. So this is definitely a 2. Which is interesting. Our 3 comes out. Exactly one of these is a 3. We definitely haven't reached the end yet. This is a 4. Oh, it's getting a bit hard to see. Let me do... I think I'm just going to do that for the time being. So our 4... And our 4 has got to keep on growing. So this is definitely path. Does he end on the yellow rose? I thought he ended on an E. No, he ends on an E. Oh, I was about to say, is this anything? Yes, Jaren, it's a path sweeper. So that cell's pink. So it's getting tricky to see. So our path is going to continue around like that. And that's definitely pink. That's all pink. Just going to see. No, that doesn't change anything. It's a bit hard to see underneath that, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So our path comes around like this. This is definitely therefore a 4. And how does that then sort everything out? Is a thought. That can't be 5 because then this could either be 3 or 2 and 1. So how can I disprove that being a 5? If that sells your 5, then that's 4 coming out like this, and that breaks the 3. So that's going to be a 5 up there. You 2 2s. This guy's got to be 4, so that's got to be 3. The 4 comes down like that. Here's the end of our path. So we can finish off our path like that. That 2 has got to drop down. Give us the 2 and the... Oh, hang on a minute. No. Our 2's got to drop down, but our 3 can... No, because of the 4. So the 4 does come out like that, and then the 3 there. That was fine. All of this is pink. And 4s. How many is this thing? That's in 3. So our 4 comes down. Our 3 comes across. We end on the 1. That's definitely my favourite end message. Hopefully that's readable. It's probably quite small. There we go. Very real. I heard that quite a lot. No. Oh, that's very funny. Yeah, nice. Apologies for whatever I did. Yeah, I might... there's not really any interesting logic because I did just mess stuff up around here at the start. So I probably won't. Although, message me if you want to see me, if you're the setter and you want to see me mess around with the puzzle for 20 minutes or whatever. But yeah, no, very nice. Good use of all the story, finding your path throughout the story. And no, good logic as well. Did enjoy that. Cool. Right. Thank you very much for the puzzle. Enjoyed that a lot. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, thanks for watching. That's normally what I go for, innit? Thanks for watching. And chat to you all sometime later. Bye.